I'm Richard Clarke. I record these talks every day as a way to deepen my inquiry. Listen each day and deepen your own practice. Welcome. I'm reviewing and commenting on the book Talks with Sri Ramana Maharshi. Today is from Talk 571. Maharshi, multiplicity of individuals is a moot point with most persons. A jiva is only the light reflected on the ego. The person identifies himself with the ego and argues that there must be more like him. He is not easily convinced of the absurdity of his position. Does a man who sees many individuals in his dream persist in believing them to be real and inquire after them when he wakes up? This argument does not convince the disputant. In this dialogue, Sri Ramana Maharshi addresses the question of individuality and the nature of the self. The questioner assumes that the existence of many individuals is an undeniable reality and argues from the perspective of ego identity. The Maharshi's response is designed to reveal the fundamental error in this perspective by guiding the questioner to reflect on the nature of experience and the self. Ramana begins by explaining that what is perceived as an individual, what is called a jiva, is nothing more than the light of consciousness reflected through the ego. The ego is a mental construct, a sense of I that arises from identifying with the body and mind. This identification leads to the perception of yourself as separate from others and the world. In truth, according to the Maharshi, the self is pure, undivided consciousness. It is only through the ego's lens that this consciousness appears fragmented into individual entities. To illustrate this point, the Maharshi uses the analogy of dreams. In a dream, you may encounter numerous individuals, all of whom appear distinct and real. However, upon waking, the dreamer recognizes that those individuals were merely projections of their own mind, having no independent existence. Similarly, Ramana suggests the perception of separate individuals in waking life is akin to the dream state. These individuals seem separate and real only because of the ego's projection. When the true nature of the self is revealed, the illusion of multiplicity dissolves, just as a dream and the dream characters dissolve upon waking. Despite the clarity of this explanation, the Maharshi acknowledges that the questioner struggles to grasp the idea. The difficulty arises because the questioner is deeply entrenched in the ego's perspective, which equates reality with what is perceived through the senses and mind. The ego resists the idea that its existence is illusory, clinging to its sense of separateness as the foundation of reality. Ramana Maharshi's teaching invites you to shift your attention inward, questioning the nature of the I that claims to be an individual. Through self-inquiry, you can discover that the ego is not the ultimate reality, but a fleeting construct. What remains once this false identity is transcended is the self, pure, limitless awareness, which knows no separation or multiplicity. By realizing this, the illusion of individuality is resolved and you awaken to the truth of oneness. So know yourself and be always free and at peace. In 40 Verses on Reality, Ramana Maharshi explains the nature of the self, the ultimate reality, and self-inquiry. My new book, with my comments and inquiry questions, opens these teachings up and brings them into your practice and experience. Available now from Amazon. Link in the video description. These videos bring Ramana's teachings into your direct experience. Click subscribe to see more. Click thumbs up to like, and send questions and start a dialogue with a comment.